Have you ever felt like you're putting in so much effort but seeing no results? You're working hard, day in and day out, but that big breakthrough you're hoping for just seems out of reach. It can be incredibly frustrating, right? It's like you're hammering away at a giant rock and nothing is happening. Well, today I want to talk about that rock and the person hammering it, the stone cutter. There's a famous quote by Jacob Riis that perfectly captures this feeling. It goes, "When nothing seems to help, I go and look at a stonecutter hammering away at his rock, perhaps 100 times without as much as a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow it will split in two, and I know it was not that last blow that did it, but all that had gone before." This story isn't just about cutting stone. It's a powerful metaphor for everything we try to achieve in life. Whether you're learning a new skill, building a business, getting in shape, or trying to improve your relationships, the principle is exactly the same. The big dramatic changes we see are rarely the result of one single heroic effort. They are the cumulative effect of hundreds or even thousands of small, consistent actions that came before. Imagine I'm that stonecutter. I show up at my workshop every single day. The sun rises and I pick up my hammer and chisel. Before me sits this massive, intimidating boulder. My goal is to split it, to shape it into something beautiful and useful. On the first day, I choose a spot. I strike the rock. Clink. A tiny fleck of dust flies off. That's it. I strike it again. Clink. Nothing. I hit it 100 times, and to the outside world, the rock looks exactly the same. It hasn't moved. It hasn't cracked. Would it be logical for me to throw down my tools in frustration? To say, this is impossible? My efforts are completely wasted? From the perspective of that single day, maybe. But I, the stonecutter, know better. I know a secret that many people forget in our world of instant gratification. The secret is that every single one of those blows matters. Each strike, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, sends a tiny, invisible shockwave through the stone. Creates microfractures deep within that no one can see. With every tap of the hammer, I am adding to the internal stress. I am building up pressure. I am laying the groundwork for the inevitable breakthrough. I am not just hitting a rock. I am patiently and persistently applying force. Think about learning to play the guitar. The first day, your fingers hurt, you can't even hold the pick right, and the chords sound like a mess. You practice for an hour, and you've maybe learned one clumsy chord. The next day, it's a tiny bit easier. A week later, you can switch between two chords, slowly. It doesn't sound like music yet, it's just noise. This is the hammering phase. Each practice session is a single blow against the rock of your inexperience. You don't see the crack, but you are building muscle memory, strengthening your fingers, and training your ear. Then one day, months later, you pick up the guitar and play a song. It flows. Your friend says, "Wow, you're a natural." They didn't see the hundreds of failed attempts, the sore fingers, the frustrating practice sessions. They only saw the 101st blow, the moment the rock split and the music came out. But you know the truth. It wasn't that final practice that did it. It was all the ones that came before. This is the power of consistency. It's about trusting the process even when you can't see the progress. Our culture often celebrates the overnight success. We see the entrepreneur who just sold their company for millions, the actor who just landed a huge role, or the athlete who just won a championship. We see the final, spectacular blow that split the rock. What we don't see are the years of hammering, the early mornings and late nights, the rejections and the failures, the countless hours of practice, study, and refinement. We don't see the stonecutter showing up day after day, in the rain and the sun, patiently tapping away, building that internal pressure until the moment of breakthrough. So how can we apply this stonecutter mindset to our own lives? First, we need to redefine what progress looks like. Progress isn't always a visible crack in the rock. Progress is simply showing up and swinging the hammer. Did you practice your skill for 15 minutes today? That's progress. Did you write one page of your book? That's progress. Did you stick to your healthy eating plan for one more meal? That's progress. You have to celebrate the action, not just the outcome. Second, fall in love with the process. The stonecutter doesn't hate the act of hammering. He finds a rhythm in it. He focuses on his technique, on the feel of the hammer in his hand, on the sound of the chisel against the stone. He finds meaning and satisfaction in the work itself. If you only focus on the distant goal, the journey will feel like a long, painful chore. But if you can learn to enjoy the daily practice, the act of showing up and putting in the reps, then the outcome almost becomes a secondary bonus. Third, and this is crucial, have patience and trust. You have to trust that your efforts are accumulating. Even on the days when you feel like you're going backward, even when you're filled with self-doubt, you have to trust that you are still sending shockwaves through the stone. The work is never wasted. It's all being stored, compounding over time, waiting for that 101st blow. Think about the Grand Canyon. It wasn't carved by a single massive flood. It was carved by the Colorado River, flowing consistently, day after day, for millions of years. Each drop of water was like a tiny tap from the stonecutter's hammer, insignificant on its own. But together, over time, its power was unstoppable, creating one of the most breathtaking wonders of the world. So, whatever your rock is right now, that goal that seems so huge and immovable, I want you to see yourself as the stonecutter. Don't be discouraged if you've been hammering for 100 days and haven't seen a crack. Don't listen to the voice that tells you it's not working. Your blows are not being wasted. They are adding up. They are creating tension. They are preparing the stone for its inevitable split. Your job isn't to split the rock with a single mighty heave. Your job is to show up today and swing the hammer, then do it again tomorrow and the day after that. Be patient, be persistent, be the stonecutter, because that 101st blow is coming. And when it does, you'll know that it wasn't just that one moment, but the power of all the moments that came before. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this time with me. If this message resonated with you, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. I'd love to hear about the rock you're working on in the comments below. Let's keep encouraging each other. Until next time, keep hammering.